Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that some people are just born confident? That they just roll out of bed with this unshakable self-belief, while the rest of us are stuck on the sidelines, second-guessing everything? I'm here to tell you, that is one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves. I used to believe it too, thinking confidence was some kind of genetic lottery I didn't win. But the truth is, confidence is not a personality trait. It's a skill. And just like any other skill, you can learn it, you can practice it, and you can get better at it starting today. This isn't about faking it until you make it. This is about building real, sustainable self-assurance from the ground up. That voice in your head, the one that whispers you're not good enough, not smart enough, not ready, that's self-doubt, and every single person on this planet hears it. Yes, even the people you admire most. The difference is that confident people have learned how to turn the volume down on that doubt and turn the volume up on action. They've learned to stop waiting to feel confident and start acting confident. In this video, I'm going to give you the exact, practical, no-nonsense tools to do just that. We're going to break down the science and the simple habits that transform crippling self-doubt into the kind of quiet, powerful self-belief that will change your life. It's not about becoming a different person. It's about unlocking the powerful and capable person who is already inside you, waiting for permission to step forward. So, if you're ready to stop waiting and start building, you are in the right place. Let's get to work. All right, let's start with the foundation. So many of us get paralyzed because we're staring at this enormous mountain we want to climb. Maybe it's starting a business, getting a degree, or running a marathon. The goal feels so huge that we don't even know where to begin, so we do nothing. This is where you need to stop looking at the summit and start looking at the very first step. The secret isn't in the giant leap. It's in the small, consistent, almost boringly simple actions you take every single day. Your brain needs proof that you can do what you say you're going to do. So, here's what I want you to do. Take that massive goal and break it down into the smallest possible pieces. I mean ridiculously small. If you want to write a book, your goal for today isn't write a chapter. It's open the laptop and write one sentence. That's it. If you want to start working out, your goal isn't go to the gym for an hour. It's put on your workout clothes. By setting a goal that is so achievable you literally cannot fail, you are hacking your own brain chemistry. You are proving to yourself, hey, I did it. And this is the most important part. You have to celebrate that tiny win. I'm serious. When you write that one sentence, I want you to physically and verbally acknowledge it. A little fist pump, a heck yeah, out loud. This isn't silly, it's neuroscience. You're creating a positive feedback loop. Your brain releases a little bit of dopamine, the reward chemical, and it starts to associate taking action with feeling good. Each tiny win is a brick, and you are building a fortress of confidence, one brick at a time. This is how you build momentum and prove to your doubting mind that you are, in fact, capable of incredible things. Your comfort zone feels safe, right? It's familiar, it's predictable, and there's very little risk. But here's the thing about your comfort zone. Nothing grows there. Confidence is built on the other side of that line, in the space where you feel a little bit of discomfort, a little bit of fear. I'm not telling you to go jump out of a plane tomorrow, unless that's your thing. I'm talking about taking small, intentional, and manageable steps into the unknown. The goal is to stretch your comfort zone, not to snap it. Think of it like a muscle. When you lift a weight that's slightly heavier than what you're used to, the muscle fibers tear a little, and then they grow back stronger. Your confidence works the exact same way. You need to intentionally introduce a little bit of psychological weight. This could be as simple as speaking up in a meeting when you normally stay quiet. It could be going to a coffee shop alone. It could be making that phone call you've been dreading. The key is that it has to be an action that makes your heart beat just a little bit faster. Every time you take one of these small risks and survive, and you will always survive, you send a powerful message to your nervous system. The message is, that wasn't so bad. I was scared, but I did it anyway, and I'm okay. You are literally rewiring your brain to be less afraid of fear itself. Your comfort zone doesn't just expand, it moves with you. The things that once terrified you become your new normal. This is how you build resilience. You don't get rid of the fear, you just get bigger than it by proving to yourself over and over that you can handle it. There is nothing that builds genuine, deep-seated confidence like competence. Faking it and positive affirmations have their place, but they are no substitute for knowing, in your bones, that you are good at something. I want you to think about an area of your life where you feel truly capable. Maybe you're a great cook, a talented gamer, or you can fix anything around the house. How do you feel when you're doing that thing? You feel in control? You feel effective? You feel confident? We're going to replicate that feeling by intentionally mastering a new skill. It doesn't matter what the skill is. It could be learning to play the guitar, becoming fluent in a new language using an app, taking an online course in coding, or even perfecting your free throw. The subject is irrelevant. What matters is the process of learning and improving. The process of moving from I have no idea what I'm doing to I'm getting the hang of this to wow, I'm actually pretty good at this. This journey provides tangible, undeniable evidence of your ability to grow and achieve. This isn't about becoming the best in the world. It's about your personal progress. When you dedicate time, even just 15 minutes a day, to practicing something, you are investing in yourself. You are proving to yourself that your effort leads to results. This competence then bleeds into every other area of your life. When you know you can learn to play a complex song on the guitar, the challenge of giving a presentation at work seems less daunting. You've built a reference point for your own capability, and that is a source of confidence that no one can ever take away from you. We often think of confidence as a purely mental game, but it is fundamentally tied to your physical and emotional state. You cannot build a strong mind on a foundation of exhaustion and neglect. Think of your energy as a bank account. Every demand, every worry, every late night is a withdrawal. If you're not making deposits through proper self-care, you're going to end up overdrawn, and it's impossible to feel confident when you're running on empty. Self-care isn't selfish. It's a non-negotiable requirement for resilience. Let's get specific. This starts with the fundamentals. Are you getting enough sleep? Science has shown us time and time again that sleep deprivation tanks your mood, your decision-making, and your ability to handle stress. It's the equivalent of trying to run a mental marathon with the flu. The same goes for nutrition and hydration. Your brain needs fuel to function optimally. When you're feeding it junk or not giving it enough water, you're creating brain fog and anxiety, which are the mortal enemies of confidence. Beyond the basics, what are you doing to truly recharge? This isn't just about not working. It's about actively doing things that fill your cup. For some, it's exercise, a powerful tool for releasing endorphins and processing stress. For others, it's meditation, reading a book, spending time in nature, or listening to music. You have to schedule these recharging activities into your life with the same seriousness you would a doctor's appointment. When you are well-rested, well-nourished, and emotionally regulated, you have the bandwidth to face challenges. You're not just surviving, you're setting the stage for yourself to thrive. Let's talk about the outside, because it absolutely affects the inside. There's a concept in psychology called enclothed cognition, which is a fancy way of saying that the clothes you wear can have a direct impact on how you think, feel, and act. This isn't about buying expensive designer clothes or chasing every trend. This is not about impressing other people. This is about sending a signal to yourself. When you take the time to present yourself in a way that feels put together, you are subconsciously telling your brain, I am worthy of this effort. I matter. Think about the difference between how you feel when you're slouched on the couch in stained sweatpants versus how you feel when you're wearing an outfit that fits you well and makes you feel good. It's a night and day difference in your energy, isn't it? When you look in the mirror and like what you see, it provides a subtle but powerful boost to your self-perception. It's one less thing for your inner critic to latch onto. You're not distracted by feeling sloppy or uncomfortable in your own skin. The key here is not to overthink it or turn it into another source of stress. The goal is to find your personal uniform of confidence. What clothes make you feel capable, comfortable, and most like yourself? Maybe it's a sharp blazer, a perfectly fitting pair of jeans, or a brightly colored scarf. Take a few minutes in the morning to intentionally choose an outfit that makes you feel ready to take on the day. It's a simple act of self-respect that sets a positive tone and removes a potential layer of self-consciousness, freeing up your mental energy to focus on what truly matters. So many of us spend our lives trying to fix our weaknesses. We get a performance review and we laser focus on the one area for improvement and ignore the 5 things we're doing exceptionally well. This is a recipe for feeling perpetually inadequate. While self-improvement is important, true confidence comes from knowing, owning, and operating from your strengths. Your strengths are your natural superpowers. They are the things you do easily and well, the activities that make you feel energized and engaged. I want you to take a moment, maybe even pause the video, and genuinely identify your strengths. What are you good at? Are you a great listener? Do you have a knack for organizing chaotic spaces? Are you incredibly empathetic? Can you make people laugh? Write them down. Don't be modest. This isn't bragging, it's taking inventory of your assets. These are the tools you already have in your toolbox. When you're constantly trying to use a screwdriver to do a hammer's job, you're going to feel frustrated and incompetent. Once you know your strengths, the next step is to intentionally find ways to use them more often. If you're a great communicator, volunteer to lead the team meeting. If you're a natural problem solver, actively seek out challenges at work or at home. By leaning into what you do best, you create a cycle of success and positive reinforcement. You're putting yourself in situations where you are most likely to shine, which naturally builds your self-belief. It shifts your entire mindset from what am I lacking to what am I bringing to the table, and that shift is everything. Let's be very clear about something. If you are pushing yourself and trying new things, you are going to experience setbacks. You will fail. You will make mistakes. You will get rejected. This is not a sign that you should stop. It is a sign that you are in the game. The difference between people who build confidence and those who stay stuck is not whether they fall down, but how they get back up. Unconfident people see a setback as a final verdict on their worth. Confident people see it as data. When you face a setback, a project doesn't go as planned, you get a no on a proposal, you mess up a conversation, your immediate emotional reaction is probably going to be disappointment or embarrassment. That's normal. Allow yourself to feel it for a moment, but then you must shift into a different mode, the mode of a detective. Your job is not to beat yourself up. Your job is to get curious. Ask yourself questions like, what can I learn from this? What went wrong? What part of this was within my control? What would I do differently next time? This transforms failure from a painful dead end into a valuable lesson. You're extracting the wisdom from the wound. Dwelling on the mistake, replaying it over and over in your head, is like picking at a scab. It never heals and just leaves a scar. Analyzing it for the lesson allows it to heal and makes you stronger and smarter for the next time. Resilience is built by reframing failure not as an indictment of who you are, but as an essential part of the process of who you are becoming. You have probably heard the saying that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I want you to really let that sink in, because it is one of the most powerful truths when it comes to your confidence and your success. The people you surround yourself with are either charging your battery or draining it. There is no neutral. They are either cheerleaders who lift you up and believe in your potential, or they are anchors who weigh you down with negativity, cynicism, and doubt. I want you to conduct a quiet audit of your social circle. Think about the people you talk to most often. When you leave a conversation with them, do you feel energized, inspired, and more capable? Or do you feel drained, insecure, and smaller? Be brutally honest with yourself. This isn't about cutting people out of your life dramatically, but it is about consciously choosing to spend more of your precious time and energy with the people who reflect the person you want to become. Seek out people who celebrate your wins, who encourage you when you're struggling, and who aren't afraid to give you honest, constructive feedback because they want to see you grow. This might mean joining a new club, a professional group, or an online community centered around your interests. When you are surrounded by people who hold you to a higher standard, and who see the best in you even when you can't see it in yourself, their belief becomes a mirror. It reflects your own potential back to you until you can't help but start to see it too. This next one might sound so simple that you'll be tempted to dismiss it, but I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Your mind and your body are in a constant two-way conversation. It's not just that your mind tells your body what to do. Your body's posture sends powerful signals back to your brain that influence your mood and your mindset. Social psychologist Amy Cuddy calls this power posing. And the science behind it is fascinating. When you adopt a confident physical posture, you can actually trick your brain into feeling more confident. Think about what your body looks like when you feel insecure or defeated. You tend to make yourself smaller. You slouch, you cross your arms, you hunch your shoulders, you look down. This is a low-power pose, and it signals to your brain to release cortisol, the stress hormone. Now, think about a confident person. They stand tall, they pull their shoulders back, they open up their chest, they lift their chin. This is a high-power pose. It physically takes up more space and signals to your brain to release testosterone, which is associated with confidence and dominance. I want you to try this right now. Wherever you are, sit up or stand up straight. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chin slightly, as if there's a string pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. Take a deep breath. How do you feel? Even a small change can create an immediate shift in your mental state. Practice this throughout the day, when you're walking down the street, sitting at your desk, waiting in line. By changing your physiology, you are actively changing your psychology. You're telling your brain, I am here, I am capable, I am confident. This might seem counterintuitive. When you're feeling low on confidence, your instinct is to focus inward, to fixate on your own problems and perceived shortcomings. But one of the most powerful ways to break that cycle of self-doubt is to turn your focus outward and help someone else. When you are in service to others, something remarkable happens. You get out of your own head. Your own anxieties and insecurities tend to fade into the background when you are focused on alleviating someone else's struggle. Helping others doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It can be as simple as truly listening to a friend who is having a bad day. It can be mentoring a junior colleague at work, volunteering for an hour at a local charity, or even just offering a genuine compliment to a stranger. These acts of kindness and service shift your perspective. They remind you that you have value to offer, that you have skills and compassion that can make a positive impact on another person's life. This creates a profound sense of purpose and self-worth that is the bedrock of authentic confidence. You're not just thinking about your own value, you are actively demonstrating it in the world. You witness your own capacity to make a difference, which is undeniable proof of your worth. It moves you from a state of what can I get to what can I give. And in that shift, you'll find a deep, resilient confidence that isn't based on your own achievements, but on your connection to and impact on the people around you. As we wrap this up, I want you to hold on to one crucial idea. Building confidence is a practice, not a destination. There is no finish line where you suddenly arrive and feel 100% confident for the rest of your life. It's a journey, filled with ups and downs, good days and bad days. There will be moments where you feel on top of the world, and there will be days where that old voice of self-doubt creeps back in. That's not a sign of failure, it's a sign that you're human. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. So please, be patient with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. On the days when it feels hard, when you take a step back instead of forward, don't beat yourself up. Just acknowledge it and recommit to taking one small step tomorrow. It's the consistency of those small, simple actions, standing a little taller, celebrating a tiny win, helping a friend, that creates massive change over time. Every small act is a vote for the person you want to become. And remember this, true confidence is not the absence of fear or doubt. It's the courage to act despite the fear and doubt. It's feeling your heart pound but raising your hand anyway. It's hearing the voice that says you can't and doing it anyway. That power, that courage is not something you need to find. It is already inside you. You just need to unlock it, one small, brave step at a time. You've got this. Now go get to work.